I said that I was going to come here and I'm going to fix all these hairs. Let me bring it closer. I said I was going to come here and I'm going to fix all these hairs, yeah? So now let's get right into it. So today I'm going to be fixing this. I'll use these three tools. These are the tools that I'll be working with. This one, and then this is my coiler. So this is, yesterday I was talking about a straightener, yeah, that I will use. So this is the straightener, yeah. Pardon me, I had to like move this forward. So this is the straightener that I'll be using to style this hair. Let me move it so you guys can see the hair properly. Mm. Yeah, so yeah, this is better. So I'm going to be using this to straighten this hair. I'm going to be using my hot comb to flatten the closure. And I'm going to be using this. So there's a particular hairstyle that I saw, and there's a way that it was curled in the front. Now, after bobbing this hair, like after curling it, like there's a way the front is going to sit. It's supposed to sit like this, like this. Do you get like a C in the front? So we're going to be using this to achieve that. So first of all, you have to comb out this hair, right? So I have to comb it out. Yesterday I wore it and it's not giving what it should give. I'm sure that if you were on my stream yesterday, you would see that I wore it yesterday and it's not giving what it should give. So, but we're going to correct that on today's episode. So first, you're going to start off by brushing the hair. Now, just brush it by just brushing the hair. Look at how shiny it's looking, right? Look at how sleek it's looking. Imagine how this hair is going to look after we're done styling. Okay, imagine how it's going to look after we're done styling. So let me just comb it out, and then the next step is for us to apply our hair serum. The next step is for us to apply our hair serum. So you guys can hear me now. I feel like you weren't hearing me before. So imagine how shiny, right, it is looking already. So let's fix this. So I'm going to apply my heat protectant, although mine is almost finished. So let's spray, spray, spray. You have to spray generously because you're working with hot tools, and of course you do not want your hair to get worn out, right? So the next step is for us to apply our hair serum. So I like using this hair serum because not because it's too lightweight, so it's just in between. It's just in between, not too heavy, not too light, and it gives it that finished look that you want. Look at it, the name is Lucida. So now you're going to apply just two puff, just two puff, just what, two puff, just like this. I hope it comes out because I think the mouth, yeah, just two puff, right? Don't apply too much. And then rub it in between your palms and you apply it on the hair. Now this is you prepping the hair before styling, right? Apply and massage. Apply and massage. So you apply and you massage it properly. It's looking rough, I know, but by the time we're done, it's going to look better. So yeah, there you have it. Now we're going to plug this down because this is the first tool that we'll be working with. Make sure it's on the highest at the initial state, okay? So plug it and make sure it's on the highest. Now we're going to put it on here. Look at that. I think the light is there. So if you look at this place, there's 230-degree, there's 180-degree. So currently is at 180-degree. So I have to take it up to 230-degree. Okay. So now we have to, bob the hair. If you don't know how to bob your hair, this is your cue to stay and watch and see how to bob your wig. These things are things you can do at home yourself. You don't have to always call your hairstylist or take it to your hairstylist. So now we'll section the hair while this is getting hot. Mind you, it wasn't that hot. So while this is getting hot, we'll have to section the hair, and then you don't just start bobbing your wig. You need to section it if you want to achieve that sleek looking look. So now let's start. So don't take a section that you cannot work with. Whatever you do, make sure you take a section that you can work with. Now, I was talking about weft yesterday. So this is what I mean by weft. So this is the weft, right? So you take a weft that you can work with, and sometimes it's not advisable to take just one weft. I would advise you take two or more, because you want it to be fluffy, you want it to be thick when you're working, right? So you take two wefts like this. Just look at, this is one and this is two. So you take two wefts, you open it, right? Open it, open it. I need like my pin at this point to just pin it up. So now I have to pin this down so it stops coming up. I have this little tiny pins that I use. So these pins are essential because you do not want to use like the bigger pins. So when you use the bigger pins, they tend to like, they tend to leave a mark on the hair, and that is not what you want. So now you take this weft, make sure it's off, you clear it off the hair that you're working with. Do not take more than you can work with, mind you. And I have my reasons, and if you stay tuned, you're going to see the reason why. So now all we need to do is, this is my pin. I like to use this pin, especially when I'm curling hairs. I like to use this pin because it gives it that, like, it's able to like hold it properly. The hairs don't come in the way. So I'll just split this into two, because of course this pin cannot hold the entire hair. So you go this way, right? Make sure there's no strands on your way. Make sure there's no strands on your way. You want to be comfortable, you want to walk comfortably. So make sure there are no strands on your way. So you twist it carefully, mind you, carefully, and then you pin it, right? Now, this is out of the way, and you can see how clear this part is, and these are the parts that we'll be working with. Now, you continue on the other side, you repeat the same thing, right? You repeat the same thing. You repeat the same thing. Yeah, so now look at the other parts. We're able to separate it now, just like that. Take out all the wefts. Make sure there's no hair on the way, okay? Now you twist again. Remember I said twist. So you twist again, and then you get your pin. Hopefully I have this other pin here. You get your pin. 1 second there. Okay, yeah, I think I found one. I found one. So this, I'm excited because I wasn't expecting to have like this pin in this bag. I have a particular place where I store them. So you pin it. Now this is what you should have if you pin your hair properly, right? This is what you should have. Now we're going to start curling, right? We're going to start, bobbing, bobbing, bobbing. So, but first, you need to take your tail comb. I have two, by the way, and then you comb, right? You comb, you comb, you comb. It's not bulging because it has been this way for a long time. But hold up, and see the magic. Hold on. Now you apply this on your hand. Ouch! Apply this, right? Each time you take a weft that you want to that you want to style, make sure to rub it in between your palms. Please guys, let's hit the like button. Thank you. Hit the like button. Thank you. So you rub it in between your palms, and you apply it, right? You apply it. Now see how shiny it's looking. Now let's start curling. So I said do not take a section that you cannot work with, right? So I have to secure this again. Now this pin, you need as much, let me show you guys this pin properly. You need as much as you can get. You can get 2 pack. So in Naira, I think a pack is sold for around 2,500. So you need as much as you can get. So you're just going to go ahead and take a section. You can use your hand to split, or anything at all. You take a section. Remember, do not take a section that you cannot work with, especially for beginners. Now you clip. Please guys, let's hit the like button. You clip it, so now it's out of the way. Make sure there are no strands on the way. Make sure there are no hair strands on the way. Now you comb, right? You're going to keep repeating this process, right, until you get your desired look. Now we're going to go in with our, remember we plugged this to get hot. Now it's very hot. It's around 230 degrees. So you go in with this. You're going to see how hot it's going to look. You go in and you curve. So now when you are approaching the end, you curve. Okay, so you go in, take your tail comb. Sorry, that one fell down. Take your tail comb, secure the hair, and when you are approaching the end, you curve. Okay, you go in. Sorry, you go in, straighten, and you secure the hair. Now look at that. Look at that. So you might not see too much significant difference here, right? So but you're going to continue. Remember, this is the reason why I said make sure you take these hairs off the way so they are not distracting you. Now you take another section, you pin, right, and then you comb out, right, and then you go in again with your straightener, and then you bob when you get to the edge. Now you secure it with your comb. You comb, you bob. By the time we are done with this section, you're going to see the difference, from when we started. Now just like that, you've successfully bobbed one part of the hair. Now look at that, it's looking shiny, right, and it's looking all laid. But then look at the other part where we've not styled. It's not giving the same energy. So let me take this out of the way. Chini, you're disturbing me. Leave here. So let me take this out of the way. I don't like the fact that it keeps disturbing me. Now we're going to continue here. You take a section that you can work with. Don't take too much. And then you pin the other parts so they are off the way. And then you comb, right? You comb, and you go in with your straightener, just like this. Remember, when you get to the edge, you curve. You curve. Now, this is it. This is it. So I'm going to be also styling the front part of the hair. I want to give it like a small face. So if you want your face to look small, there's a way you use your um coiler. This is your coiler, right? I don't know what product it is. I don't remember rather what product this is, but this is the coiler that I use, and it's been serving me. You can use it for professional use, for personal use. Now let's continue styling. And then you comb. Remember, you comb because you don't want any strands to be left out. And then you go in with your coiler. I don't know why this keeps happening. Let me move this so this light stops offing. And now you come here. Look at me. This comb, you hold it this way, and then, are you guys with me? You coil. When you're approaching the end, you curve. When you're approaching the end, you curve, just like that. When you're approaching the end, you curve. Okay, now look at that. Look at that. Now let's round up with the last part of the hair. Now we're going to comb first. just like this. Please guys, let's hit the like button. You're going to comb like this, and you're going to come here, and you're going to secure using your comb, and just like this you curve, just like this you curve. Now the reason why you're curving is something that you're going to see at the end, right? Of course we want to have, if you're a wig girly, if you know much about wig, you know that for you to achieve a bob wig you need to curve it. Now you don't just curve it at once, right? You section it just like I'm doing. You take each section one after the other, and if you take too much, trust me, your bob is not going to last. If you want it to last longer than, if you want the bob to last longer than 1 day, 2 days, trust me, you need patience, you need time. Hairstyling is not just styling, okay? So you come here, take a section from this part again. Remember I said do not take too much that you can than you can work with, right? Do not take more than you can work with, rather. You come, you section it, you section it, and then you roll this back and you pin it. The section that you're not working with, you have to pin it so it doesn't distract you, okay? So you come to the other section, you loosen it, and then you section it just like this. Remember this hair was looking so rough, like so rough when we started, but you're going to see the finished look by the time we're done. You can't even, you will not be able to say, oh, this hair. I'll wear it for you guys to see. The minute I finish styling, I'm gonna wear it. Please guys, if this is your first time, please subscribe, leave a like if you're enjoying what you're seeing, and see you in my next live stream. So let's go, let's go. Gigi, stop that, stop that. You're supposed to be sleeping now, right? So we'll fix on this. Do not forget, apply your hair serum, right? Apply your hair serum. Make sure you apply a generous amount. Apply, right? Apply, and you know, make sure to take off any weft that is on the way. Now you take a section that you want to work with, you separate it, you comb, right? And then you take it out of the way. The section that you're not working with should always be out of your way in order to avoid distraction, okay? Now you're going to go in with your straightener just like this. This is my straightener. I think it went off. Okay. Okay. So you take your straightener. I think I should leave it to come on hot. Remember, 200, 200. I'm using 230 degree. So if your hair takes heat, it depends. Mind you, if you're working with a synthetic hair, please and please do not make use of don't put it on a very high heat. Of course it's a synthetic hair, there's chances are that it's going to burn, right? So do not apply too much heat on a synthetic hair. But on a human hair, even before applying heat on a human hair, you have to make sure that you apply your heat protectant, okay? Make sure you apply your heat protectant generously on a human hair, and then you can apply any amount of heat that you want, although you have to still be careful. These things are hair. Of course your natural hair, if you apply heat on your natural hair, there are chances are that it's going to get burn and all that. So now you go in, right? You straighten, and then you curve at the end. You go in, you straighten, and you curve at the end. You go in, you straighten, and you curve at the end. Okay? Now, let me show you. So, this is it. This is it. Okay, this is how lush, and this is what we want to achieve at the end of the day on the rest of the hair. So look at that, look at that. Okay, do you guys get? So now let's continue. We'll take a section that we want to work with, just like this, right? And then you pin it, take it out of the way. I think this is not enough, so we do this instead. Now you take it out of the way, you comb, make sure to comb, make sure to comb. You comb and you take your straightener, right? I like to put my leg like this so I'm able to secure it properly. Comb, and then you do this. You straighten and you curve at the end. Of course, you want a bob wig. So for you to get a bob wig, you have to learn how to curve bob at the end. So you just twist your hands when you get to the end, right? Twist your hand. Now you comb, so it's secured. Now look at this part. This area has not been touched. It has not been. I just applied my product and that is it. Now look at this area. It was styled just now, like literally just now, and this is what we want for all the hair, right? Now we're going to continue. Styling takes patience. It's not something you do in a day. It's not something you do in an hour or in two, maximum 2 hours. Okay, so you take a section, you comb out. Thank you so much for the like, guys. Mwah. So you take a section and you comb, right? You comb, and then you go in with your straightener, you straighten and you curve at the end. Can you guys see that smoke that's coming out? You comb at the, you straighten and you burb at the end. Now you comb. Look at that. Look at that. Right? Look at that. So we're going to continue this process until the entire hair is, you know. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments. I'm seeing views and I'm not seeing comments and I don't like it. Don't tell me that you're understanding literally everything I'm doing. Please leave a comment. So, especially if you would like to see the after look of this hair, please leave a comment so I feel encouraged to post it. So you take a section, do not forget you comb, and don't take more than you can work with, and then you pull and you bob at the end. You pull and you bob at the end. You pull and you bob at the end. So yeah, now the reason why you're covering at the end, this is the reason why you're covering. Now look at that, just a little shaky 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 shaky, and you're seeing it, just a little shaky. So this is the reason why you're bobbing at the end of the hair, right? So it's giving, can you guys see it, or is it my side? I think I need to get my glasses, but here, this is it. So if you follow this tutorial step by step, this is what your hair should be looking like. Now you're going to continue this process, right, until you achieve your desired look. And of course, I said there's a trick I'm going to be showing you guys at the end of this of styling this hair. I'll show you at the end of this live stream, almost at the end too, I'll show you how to achieve this face frame that will make your face look smaller, right? If you want your face to look smaller, this is how to achieve it. So I'm going to be showing that when I get to the closure area, the front part. So stay with me, stay tuned. So yeah, we're going to take, get to the end, you curve. You take it, you pull, you get to the end, you curve, You take it. You can go in as many times as you want. Some people go in as much as 4 times, 3 times. It depends on how hot your straightener is. Okay. Yeah, so it depends. Hi, Vivian. Vivian said a lot of heat is making many go bald. Yes, so that's why it seems you didn't watch my video when I started. So I showed you guys this. This is a heat protectant, right? Look at that. It's a heat protectant. And what this does is that it saves your hair from heat. So when the minute you apply this, just like that, the minute you apply it, whatever heat that you're applying on your hair is not going to affect the hair. Now if you're working with a synthetic hair, it's advisable you check the degree and know how many degrees. So there's 155. From what I have here, I have 155 degree, 180 degree, and 230 degree. And I like to make use of 230 degree because it gives me my desired look, and I don't have to go over it as many times as I can. I only have to go in as much as maximum 5 times, right? So it depends on how much heat the hairs can take. Okay, so I'm going to just continue. And did I answer your question? So I'm going to continue and just style this part, and then we take in another section. So guys, just like Vivian, you guys should leave your questions in the comments and I'll reply them. So you comb, right? And then you go in with your straightener, you pull, and you curve at the end. It's advisable that you start curving at the end because you don't want all the hair to be looking like something else. You want a bob looking wig, right? So it's advisable you curve at the end. So tada, we've been able to achieve this, right? We've been able to achieve this. Now, if you pay close attention, you're going to see these lines around here. It is not okay. Trust me, it is not advisable for you to have these lines here. And I'm going to be coming live here to show you guys the um, technique and the products you need to get rid of this. Okay, we're not doing everything here is professional and clean, so we're not doing any quack job. So now we're going to go into the next section. Remember, do not take more than you can work with. Okay, do not take more than you can work with. Yeah, so just like that, you section it, you section it, right? Take a section that you can work with, please. Take a section that you can work with. Now you hold it down using your pin and you go on to the next section. Repeat the same thing, right? Repeat the same thing. Ah, don't mind me. I just have a habit of putting this comb in my mouth. I'm so tired like an apron that I'll be working with. So go in. Yeah, you separate them. Now we're almost at the last words that we're working with for this week, right? And I also have like a I have a curly wig that I would want to work on, and I would like to show you guys. But I don't know. I might and I might not. I haven't decided yet. So now we've sectioned the part. We're just going to take our oil, our hair serum, not oil per se. So you don't go and apply your kitchen oil. So our hair serum just like this, and then you apply, you apply, you apply. It's very important that you apply your hair serum before applying any hot tool. Okay, so it sinks in. Now this is how it's looking currently. So let's straighten and see what it's going to get. So just like that, you take a section, don't take any, don't take, especially for beginners, do not take any amount that you cannot work with. Take an amount that you can work with, that your hands can hold, right? So now you pin it just like this. You comb comb it out. Make sure you comb, because you don't want your hair looking all stiff, right? Comb it out. And so please, whatever you do, make sure you get these pins. They are really good and they're really helpful. There are other ones as well that are okay, but I like to make use of this. So you comb it out, right? Comb it out. So, and you take your hot comb. I said hot comb. You take your straightener, you pull and you curve. You pull and curve. You pull and you curve. Okay? So, look at that. Look at that. It's shiny. It's giving what it should give. Okay? So, look at that. So, let's continue. Please, guys, let's hit the like button. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. Thank you. So, your section, you pin it, you comb out, you comb out. Make sure to always comb, okay? Make sure to always comb, right? And then comb out, and then you go in with this, right? You pull and you bob at the end. You pull it and you bob at the end. Pull, bob, pull, and bob. Okay? Now you comb, you comb. Okay? So now you're going to continue with this process until you're done, with all the hair. Now, section, you pin, so it's out of the way. You comb, just like this. Please leave a question in the comments if you have any question. And then you comb. Make sure you detangle the hair properly. Okay? And then you go in with your straightener, just like this. This is my straightener. By the way, I'm using the Cloud9 straightener. You curve, you curve, you curve, and you drop. Okay? Just like this. Now, look at this. This part, we're actually done styling this section, right? That is why you can see how it's looking. Okay? Now, this area has not been styled, and if you paid attention to my thumbnails, you're going to see that the hair was so messy, right? So look at this. So we're still in the business of fixing this hair. If you have any wigs that you know that you need to fix and you can't do it at home, even after watching this tutorial, and you want us to style them and you want us to style it on this live stream, to guide you through every process, so that the next time you want to style your hair, you can do it yourself. You can also leave us a message or an email. Thank you. So let's continue. Now you section the hair. Don't take, remember, do not take more than you can work with. Okay? Hello Loy, no bye, how you doing? Thank you for joining. So you comb, right? You comb it out. Make sure to detangle. Whatever you do, always make sure to detangle the hair. Okay, now you pull and you curve at the end. You pull, right, and you curve at the end. You pull just like that and you curve. Hi Leo, Leo, my darling. Baby, we're not going to do this here, okay? By the way, guys, that's my husband. Yeah. So, yeah, just like that. And you comb, right? So, if you pay attention, you notice that this section is still looking very rough. Why? Of course, we've not worked on it. And then this other section is, looking all sleek, just as it should be. Ew. Now, we're going to go ahead and take a section. Baby, you're confusing me. You're making me not to be serious. Now, we're going to take a section that you can work with. Then you pin this other section and you detangle the hair. Make sure to detangle. Make sure to always detangle, because as you can see, it's not coming out. Thank you, baby. Thank you so much. Is this Elmara? Pardon me if I didn't pronounce your name properly. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. Gigi, this is hot. It's hot, so do not touch it. Okay? So you comb out and then you go in with your straightener and you curve at the end. Now, in case you're wondering why we're curving at the end, twist your hands like this. It's because we intend to achieve a bob wig, right? And without curving your hand at the end, you will not be able to achieve it. You won't have something like this, okay? You won't have something like this. So look at that, you can clearly see the difference. So after watching this tutorial and after showing you all the products and the tools that I used, if you still feel like you're not able to style it at home, if you still feel like you're not able to style your hair by yourself, you can always send us an email. My email is on my bio to book a slot. And if you also want to see us style your wigs on this live stream, every process, carry you throughout the process, and show you the products, everything that was used, of course you should also send a DM. So I'm going to continue, but let me show you guys this goodness. Like, look at this, look at this. Oh my god. So yeah, let's continue. Let me not get carried away. So we're working on the last section here, just like that. And yeah, so you comb. Let's not get carried away, please. You comb out just like this. You comb out. That's after applying your product. If you like to see the product, thank you so much. Selmara said, looks beautiful. Thank you. So if you like to see the products that was used and the tools that was used, please do well to go back and watch the video. And guys, please leave a like on the video and do well to subscribe. Thank you. So yeah, we're going to continue. Take your straightener, you straighten and you curve, straighten and you curve, you straighten and you curve. I like to use my tail comb here because, of course, the minute you start approaching the front area, the hair lengths are no longer the same. So you need your tail comb to secure it. Okay. So yeah, this is what we have currently. This is what we have. Can you guys see it, or you want me to raise it a bit? So this is it. This is what we have. And this right here is the reason why I said when you get to the end, you bob. When you get to the end, you bob, because this is what you achieve. Look at how Now, another reason why you should always make sure you comb or detangle before you go in with your straightener is because of this. Now, look at how seamless this is, right? Look at that. Look at that, right? Look at that. And then you comb. Look at that. Okay, so we're going to continue. Let's not dwell on this. We're going to continue, and I'm most likely going to be styling another coily hair. That's if you guys bribe me with likes and subscriptions. Yeah, I'll think about it. So I'm most likely going to style a coily unit, and I'll show you all the products and all the tools that you need. Coily wigs sometimes do not. Generally, coily wigs do not really need too much products and tools, right? If you know the right tools and the right products and like how to apply them. Okay, so we're at the last part, and remember I said I'm going to do this thing at the front where I face frame it. I'm going to curve it in a way that my face is going to look smaller, right? And I'm going to show you guys how to achieve that. So if you want to see that, please stay tuned and I'll show you. So we're at the front area now, and we're at the front area now. As you can see, this is how the front is looking currently. This is how the front is looking currently. Okay, this is how the front is looking currently, and this is not what we want, obviously. So we're getting there. So stay with me. We're getting there. We're almost done. This is the back that we've styled already, right? If you're just joining, this is what we've styled, and it was looking way worse. It was looking at the front is looking currently. So we're going to continue, and we're going to style this. Stay with me. I'm so curious. I want to know, and I want to see how this is going to come out. So guys, stay with me. So I like to start from here. I like to start from here. So let me straighten it. So I'm going to be using this coiler. Where did you keep my coiler? I'm going to be using this coiler, right, to face frame the front. But first, I have to straighten it before using the coiler. Okay, so let's go in with our straightener first. I don't know how this child. Okay, I think we can do this. So let me plug that and then start working with this. So you take a section. How did I have two combs in my mouth? So you take a section, you part. Now this front, you're going to be very careful. There are a lot of things that would be done, right? I'm also using this. I just remembered that I didn't show you guys my hot comb. So I'm going to be using this to flatten the closure area. But first, I have to, you know, straighten it before flattening it, before using my coiling iron. Okay, so let me plug this in. And while it's getting hot, we're using our, straightener to straighten. So yeah, just like that, like that. Now remember, the section that you're not working with, make sure to pin it away from the section that you're working with. Now you comb. Make sure to pick every strand. Make sure to pick every strand. Before I forget, do not forget to apply this. Okay? It's very important that you apply your hair serum. You don't want the hair looking all dried by the time you're done. And it's not advisable to apply your hair serum you after you've already straightened your hair. So it's best you apply it before straightening your hair or before applying any hot tools at all, not just straightening. Mama, why does my clip keep going? So you take the section out of the way that you're not working with, and now make sure to pick every strand. Make sure to pick every strand, okay? If you don't want any flyaways at the end of the day. Now you go in, you straighten. I'm not sure I'm going to, okay, I think I'm going to be bobbing it because I want to show you guys for the purpose of, you know, showing you guys the difference of the hair when I tongue it. Okay, so now there you go, there you go. Now look at the front, right? You can clearly see the difference. This is the part that I've styled, and this is the part that is yet to be styled. So let me continue. Mind you, I'm still going to come back to the front, so stay with me if you want to see the magic that I'm going to do at the front. Gosh, my chest, oh good. So you detangle, see that? So you detangle properly, detangle properly, detangle properly, and then you go in, of course, with your straightener, okay? You pull and you curve. You pull and you curve. You pull and you curve. Do not forget to curve whenever it is you're styling a bob wig, okay? So yeah, please guys, if this is your first time, do not forget to subscribe, okay? So let's continue. Please guys, if you have any questions, please leave it in the comments and I'll be answering them. So you detangle so you don't struggle while combing the entire hair. Okay, look at that. Ew. So you comb, and then you go in with your straightener, you pull, of course, and you curve. Do not forget, you pull and curve. You pull and you curve, okay? And just like that, we've successfully styled one part of the hair and we're moving on to the next part of the hair. Now, is it not clear? Like, it's very obvious that one part it's very laid and looking all beautiful, and the other part is not. So by the time we're done, you can imagine how beautiful this hair will be looking at the end of the day. Okay, you can imagine how beautiful it will be looking. I'm excited. I'm even more excited than you guys, I think. So let's continue. Yeah. So yeah, let me continue. Okay. So we're going to part this again. Right. You comb. Okay, do not forget to detangle. Always remember to detangle because it will save you a whole lot of stress. I think I've had like an issue with detangling my hair. Hence the reason why I always emphasize on it. Imagine after styling and you're trying to comb out and you can't because you forgot to detangle when you were, working on it. So it becomes more difficult, right? So yeah. Let's continue. You comb, you comb, right? And then you go in with your straightener. You pull like this, you curl, you pull like this, you curl, you pull and you curl, just like that. Okay, you comb. Now look at it's coming out really nice. Mind you, we're heading towards the front. It's just this is what is left of the front, and then we'll finally reveal the finished look. Now this is it currently. Pay close attention. Pay close attention. So we are about to turn this into this. So yeah, you comb as usual. You comb, you comb. I'm still going to show you guys that trick that I told you how to face frame and make the face, the front part, the closure area look very small. Okay, so we're going to pull. Remember, pull and then you curl. If you follow this tutorial just like I've shown you, you should be able to do this at home. My tutorials are very easy. They are very easy. So yeah, now this is it. Who's ready for the review? Ta-da! So this is what we have from what we had initially and to this. So this is it. If after watching this you're still doubting me, you're still doubting me, like like so yeah, this is the finished look. This is the finished look. So I said I was going to do like a curl at the front, right? But first let's flatten our closure. I know that this closure and everything about this hair might appear wonderful right now. It might look as though it's very sleek and all put together, but you're not totally wrong, but we can still do better. Now you take a section of the closure, you pin, you go in with your wax stick, right? Look at this child. You've scattered everything here. You go in with your wax stick. This is your wax stick, and this is how you use it. You apply, apply, apply. Not too much, please. You don't want your hair looking tacky at the end of the day. And then you go in with your hot comb, just like this. I like to use this part of the hot comb because that's the part that's very hot, right? And then just like this, let me bring this down. Just like this. Let me raise this. Should I raise this up or how? Yeah. So I'm struggling right now. Jesus Christ. Ouch. Oh no. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have. Now how do I pack this? Look at. Just look at. I broke this. Oh God. I shouldn't have, honestly. I shouldn't have. Shouldn't have. Shouldn't have. Look at. My hair serum. See. It fell off and broke. Now I have to buy another one. Thank you, baby. I will. See. I hate the fact that I just hate it. I just hate it. Thank you. I was trying to raise this what was it called? I was trying to raise this socket so that I'll be able to raise this up. It's around 3,500. Thank you. So, as I was saying, I was just flattening this. Okay. So, I wanted to I'll pick one up. Alright, baby. I'll pick one up for you on my way back from work. Ew. No, I don't need it urgently. I can still make use of those small ones on my hand. I mean, to round up what I'm doing. So I really don't need it right now. Mama, where's my wax stick? Move out of here. You scattered everything. Oh God. Come, where did you put my wax stick? Hi, Gigi. Anyways, let's continue. Chini, oh God. Baby, just see Gigi. Alright, baby, take care. And have an amazing day at work, okay? Hey, poo, 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 poo. So all this tape now, is it not bigger than you? So yeah, let me just apply serum. I think Gigi has taken my, what was it called? So you apply serum and then round up with the styling of the hair. So yeah. So guys, that's basically it. Now I said I was going to show you guys the trick, right? That I use in face framing. Now, if in case you're wondering what face framing is the way that your hair looks in front, right? When styling, is a way that your hair looks in front. Now, this is beautiful, and anybody at all can wear this, but we can actually spice this up and make it look better. Okay, can make this look better. Can make it look better. So because we can make this look better, we're going to face frame. So we're going to do something like this. The front is going to come to the front and then it will slide to the side. You might not understand it now, but by the time I am doing it, or by the time I'm done, you will understand what I am saying. So let's get right into it. So you take a part of the hair I don't know, I'm not sure if I'm going to do this with all the, I'm not sure if I'm going to do this with like the two parts of the hair. So maybe I'm going to just do it with one part of the hair. So just like this. Just like this, right? You take a section. Now pay attention. This part is very, very important if you want to achieve a very, very good face frame. Now you're going to comb towards the front, just like this, right? So you're going to comb towards the front. Even when you're coiling, I think I injured myself with the broken glass. So even when you're coiling, you have to pay attention. Okay, you have to pay attention. So now look at that, just like this. Okay, you comb it towards your direction, comb it towards your direction, you comb it, comb it, comb it, like this. Now look at the front. So you're going to take your coiling one, this is mine, right? And you're going to put it here, like this, right? And you're going to straighten it first, like this. You're going to put it and you straighten it, right? And you're going to put it and you straighten it. And then the last one, you're just going to move and you coil your hand towards this direction. You're coiling it out of the face, okay? Now, you pull, right? You go in again. You pull and make sure that it will allow you until it allows you go in again. And then you go in again and you just pull like this, like this, like this. This is what your hairstylist does. There's no magic to this. And then you pull, pull, pull. Make sure that this small strand enters inside. You're going to see the difference by the time we're done. And then you pull, right? And then you curl, and then you pull until, be very careful when you get to this point because the coiler might lose it. So yeah, so now you hold it, right? You hold it, hold it, hold it, you hold it. If you, the coiler that you're using is a very hot coiler, max 30 seconds you should have your coiled section. But if the coiler that you're using is a less, I mean the heat is not as much, because what I'm using right here, I think the heat is around 220, maximum 220 degree, right? And sometimes some coilers are not accurate, and I know this because I've been using coiling iron for a very long time. So now we're going to take it out. Now taking it out, this is what you do. This is the part you need to also pay attention to. You do this, you open up a bit, open, 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 just like that, okay? And you pin it, right? We're going to unravel it, we're going to unravel it, and you see how it's looking like, okay? So you leave it. I'm not, don't immediately be, don't be in a hurry to unravel, okay? So you pin it. Now we're going to go to the next section. So we're repeating the same thing that we did here to this part, because of course we do not want to have one side looking beautiful and the other side is not. Of course it's possible, people do it, but what we intend to achieve with this wig right now is different. It's not the same as what other people do. So now let's continue here. So you take a section like this. So if you're working with a closure wig, right, there's something I need to explain to you. Don't just take only the closure area, right? Just like I did here, I added one strand, like one weft. If you don't know what weft is, go and watch my other video. I explained it yesterday on my live stream, what a weft is. Even from the beginning of this video, I already established that. So now you take out some weft around here, just like this, right? And you comb. I'm going to wear this hair for you guys to see the after look. So now you comb up. This is how you're combing. You comb like this. You comb like this, okay? And then you're going to go in with your coiler now. You're going to go in with your coiler now. So this is your coiler. Under, make sure this part, the big part, this part is under. Now you go in, you straighten. Do not forget to straighten. When coiling, every part is crucial. Every part is very important. You straighten, you also turn it and straighten to the top. Then you turn it back. And then when coiling, you coil away from the face. Just like this. Is that coiling away from the face? Or you coil into the face or something? So you pull, right? You pull, and you coil again. Sorry, you pull and you coil, right? Make sure this part, remember, make sure this part of the hair enters the coiler. You pull, 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 and you coil again. This is very hot. And you go in again. Make sure all these hairs enters. Make sure they enter. And you coil again. And you're going to hold it like this until it's very hot. Remember, 30 seconds minimum, 60 seconds maximum, because you don't want too much heat on the hair. So just like this. We're about to unravel, so you see what I mean by face framing, and I'm going to be showing you how to comb out so that you don't spoil whatever it is that you've done. Okay, I'm supposed to use like a holding spray, but right now my holding spray is not available, and I'm going to show you. Okay, so now we're done. Now for you to take it out, you're going to look at me. You're going to do this, like this, and you're good to go. Okay, so now all you have to do is get your pin and you pin it. This is the pin that I use, and you pin it. Now we're going to unravel the curls, right? We're going to unravel the curls. I had I had to go. So now let's comb this out, right? Let's comb this out. Let's comb this out. Hey, what are you scattering? Let's comb this out. Now we're going to unravel this right now so you guys will see how it looks. And in order to comb it out, you're going to need your tail comb. Okay? And be patient. Do like this. Be patient. Now take this off. Now when you're unraveling, make sure that you're unraveling through the parts that you curled. So I curled to this part. Look at how it looks, right? Now we're going to do this just like this, just like this, and there you have it. There you have it. Okay, look at that. There you have it. Okay, just like that. You have to be patient. Okay, now when combing, this is what you do. Make sure you put your hands in between. Now look at that. Let me raise it up properly. This thing is stuck. Okay, So this is what you have. Now you comb just like this, comb just like this, comb just like this. Okay, so this is what you should have when you style. If you follow the tutorial as you should have this. Okay, this is what you should have. Be very gentle. Take your time. Take your time and comb properly. Okay, so this is it. And that's on. Crack it. So this is it. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other part so you see what I meant. Okay, so you combed away from the face. How do I do it? Let me come to this direction. So now we take it this way, like this, like this, like this. Okay, always remember to put your hands in between so it falls on the face properly. Okay, so just like that, and you're good to go. Okay, just like that, and you're good to go. Now this is what we have, and this is the face framing. Do you guys want me to put it on? If you want me to put it on, let me know in the comments. Now look at it. So we have this part bobbed, and we have this part, you know, you know, I ate, I ate. Even though you didn't tell me, I know I did. I know I did. I know I did. I know I did. I know I ate. I know I ate. So this is the final look. Tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. So I'm going to be putting this on, and I'm going to also sew. This is it. So should I put it on? Put it on, put it on, put it on. So this is what we have. Okay. This is what we have. So tell me if you'll be trying this. Gosh, my ear. Gosh, it's itching so bad. Would you be trying this? Yeah. So let me try this on. And I'm most likely going to bob this back. I will not want to wear it, but let's try this on and see how it looks on my face. Let's see how it looks. I think there's a pin behind. So I'll try it on. So you see how it looks on my own face. And then I'm going to put it back on the mannequin and you know, bob it back again. So let's do this. So guys, do you guys think this looks good on me? Or do you think it doesn't? So yeah, this is it. What do you guys think? What's your take? Phew. Look at that. It looks good, right? Should I leave it like this or should I bob it? Said Ostler said, "You are a joy to listen to and watch. Quietly learning, but thank you for teaching. The hair looks great on you." Thank you. And Mawel said, "Hi. Hi, Mawel." So, this is it. So, I'm going to look at the back. I have braids on, guys, so don't forget. I have braids on. So, yeah, I'm going to straighten it again. Do well to subscribe, Osla. So yeah, this is it. Let me sit and feel myself a bit. Mama, must you come in, please? So yeah, this is it. I think I'm going to be doing this more often. I'd like to try something new. So I'm going to put this back on the mannequin and I'm going to try to um you know turn it back to what it was, just like this. And let's see. But I think I like this. I like I like it. So let me try and change it. And let's see. Put it on. Ate. So I'm going to take it back to what it was. Okay. So now if you want to coil it, you want to take it back to what it was, it's very easy. All you have to do is you straighten it just like I've shown you on the video. Okay. So now we'll comb out, and we're going to take it back. Let me plug in my straightener. So this is my straightener, and this is what I'm going to be using to take it back to what it was before. So do not forget to comb out. And then you go in with this. I think it went off. I think it went off. Let me just hold on. So guys, leave a comment in the comment section if you learned a thing or two. Okay. To encourage me, and don't forget to like the video. Thank you. So tomorrow I'm going to be styling a coily wig, and I'm going to come here and I'll show you guys how, you know, to style a coily wig. Coily wigs are not as complex. In fact, if anything, coily wigs are easy to maintain. Very, very easy to maintain. So I'm going to be styling a coily wig. Let me show you guys the coily wig that I'll be styling. Mama, give me that thing, please. It has pins on it. Hi, for this child. I'll beat you. See how you scattered everything and you're staring at me. So guys, this is the coily wig that I'll be styling tomorrow. This is it. I'll be styling this wig tomorrow. So to if you want to see how it turns out, although it's probably looking beautiful to you guys right now, but trust my hands when I do the magic. When I do the magic, when I do the magic, you're not gonna recognize this hair tomorrow. So if you want to see me style this hair tomorrow, leave a like and subscribe. Thank you. So let's round up with this one, and we are good to go. Good to go, good to go. What are you doing? Hmm? So you're stretching, just as we were doing before, and you curl. You straighten and you curl. Straighten and you curl. Now it's back to its other form. Sorry, you guys weren't seeing what I was doing. So it's back to its original form, right? While this part still remains curled. So let's finish up with this. So yeah. Dada, how are you? Now you straighten and you curl. Straighten. I think I need my comb here. And you curl. Straighten, curl. Straighten and you curl. Okay? So yeah, this is what it looks like. This is the final look here. So I just have to use my hot comb to flatten it. If you notice, this area is lifted, right? So I need my hot comb. But just in case my hot comb is not available, I can always use the side of my, straightener to flatten it. So regardless, I still need my hot comb because I'm a professional. It's looking good like this already, but I still need my hot comb. Okay, as a professional. So let me just put it in, and I need to apply hair serum. Make sure you apply enough hair serum. Do not be stingy with it. Put the ring on the stocker. I don't know why my baby's what's it called? His song is that his song keeps coming to mind. So this is the finished touch. Okay, we're rounding up. We're rounding up. Make sure you clear the part. Make sure you clear the center part. Okay. Make sure you clear it. So I think I want this to get really hot by the time I'm done. So while I wait for my my hot comb rather to get really hot, let me know if there's anything you need to know about hairstyling, that you have any question about hairstyling, and I'll answer you. Trust me, anything at all, anything, whether it's styling product, the best styling product to use, wigging product, anything at all, just let me know. And by the way, I cut myself when I was trying to pick up the broken bottle of my hair serum. So whatever question, whatever thing you want to know about hairstyling, do let me know, and I'll be here to answer you. Osla, don't you have any question, or do you fully understand everything that we've done today? Marwell, is it Marwell? Yeah, if you're still there, do you have any questions? And who else? Yeah, so that's basically it for today. And I come on here every day at exactly 9 a.m. What? And I teach you everything you need to know about hairstyling, hair care products, basic the basic and the important parts of hairstyling, everything you need to know. And tomorrow I'm going to see you guys here at the same time. Um, you know, so yeah, that's basically it. So let's round up with styling this hair. Let me pack this because I'm done for today. And I'm going to come on here tomorrow. Do well to join. Okay, so let me just round up. Do not touch because I'm seeing your hand now. I know where you're going to. Do not touch. Combing is very important. So you see why I said make sure you comb. Make sure. See how seamless it's going. Make sure you comb. Make sure you comb. Make sure you comb. Okay? Make sure you comb. So yeah, this is good to go. So guys, this is it, and that is it for today. We've come to the end of this live stream. Do well to subscribe, like the stream, share it to somebody that you know would need this tutorial, and I'll see you guys in my next video tomorrow, 9 a.m. Wax. Do not forget, turn on your post notification, guys. Subscribe. Alright guys, bye bye. See you guys in my next video. I love you guys. Thank you guys for the comments. Thank you for the like. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sticking with me.